Yeah, there's a lot of things spinning back in my head right now about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Because as things go on, regardless of how resilient we are, we have those moments of hopelessness
Yeah.
where our defenses kind of they get tired and they drop, and we just kind of. So
Yeah.
what sort of things you had company? So Paul was there to kind of bounce off of in terms of keeping morale up, I suppose. But what sort of things do you do to keep yourself buoyant as much as you
Mm.
could?
Well, he wasn't there all of the time, and they separated us a lot as punishment. Sometimes they would pull one of us away from camp and then go fire off a round of ammunition and go tell the other one that we'd been shot or we'd been sold to Al-Shabaab. So, you could go days without seeing the other person. You didn't know if they were still alive or not.
Okay.
I also had the added complication of just being mad at him, because it was his fault that this happened in the first place.
Yeah.
He told
Yeah.
me on day 27 that there was actually a direct kidnapping threat on the organization that he had not told me about when I had called a couple days prior and said, "Hey, I don't feel good about this. Remember that?" And so I felt really like angry, obviously, that information had been withheld from me, but I couldn't deal with it then because, he might have been the last person that I would see. And so I had
Yeah.
to compartmentalize that. Um, and then, um, I spent just a lot of time inside my head. I think it's like kind of textbook. I did this whole life review where
Mhm.
I would go back and like think through all of the things that had ever happened to me in my life. My mom had just passed away the year before, and so there was a lot to unpack there with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I used that time to do some work, to do some inner work